Today we're going to take a look at a brand new airplane from a company that I've never really paid much attention to, and likely most of you watching may have never even heard of them. Now when you get an airplane like this, especially from a company that you're unfamiliar with, you're taking a pretty big gamble and there's a risk involved, but I couldn't pass up that risk for under $230 plug and play, which I think is absolutely amazing. That just means you need a receiver and a battery, which is very standard. All the electronics were already installed, and I was going into this with pretty low expectations, especially putting it together. You never know, right? And most of the time, you end up with a headache when you put something together that you're unfamiliar with. Not everything can be as good as e-flite or Arrows, or there's some other good brands out there, but this was a risk, and I've got to say I'm pleasantly surprised. Maybe a half hour to slap it together, no glue required. Everything went together with bolts, which is extremely awesome. The only thing I have any complaint about is probably the battery hatch down here, and it's a Dean's plug. I mean, you can get converters, you can snip that, the wire's long enough, and then this little hatch system just isn't great. It definitely locks in solid when it's closed, which is why I have it opened right now, because I do not want to have to open it again. It's not a very good system. I might put a magnet on there or something like that. I don't know. This is a 3S airplane, but here's the deal. Well, that's a good thing, right? We all love 3S airplanes, and I feel like it's going to be a very fun, sporty flyer on 3S, but it has a 40 amp ESC, which makes me believe you could probably fly 4S on here, but they recommend on the website that you only fly 3S. Now I'm going to do a little more digging. If I learn that I can fly this on 4S safely, you better believe I'm going to fly it on 4S, but today we're just limiting it to a 3S flight because I don't know exactly what the motor's capable of, although just from the looks of it, I'd say that's probably 4S capable. Just don't put a 4S battery in yours because I said so. Now if this flies well, it's going to be a no-brainer to pick this up at that price, and guys, this is one of those times where I'm just strong prediction here, even though we're ending the flying season for some of us. This is probably going to sell out, even though I haven't flown it yet, just based on the quality, the feel, the density of the foam, and the price. So those things alone will probably have this thing sell out. We've shown things on our channel before that we've told you guys to absolutely do not buy. They're total garbage, and just because they're on our channel and thousands of people see it, people still buy it and it still sells out, which is really crazy. So if this is good, and I'm hoping it will be, then just be ready to hit buy and suffer the consequences later, because this is, again, I'm hoping going to be good. It just has that vibe and feel that it'll be great. So let's put it in the air and see how it does. Now I know I didn't mention it, but I just forgot actually. There's lights on here too. It's just a red light on the left wing and green light on the right side, but nav lights, that's pretty cool. I mean, they could do it without lights. Guys, as we taxi out here, I want to remind you and ask you kindly, please like this video. YouTube loves when you like videos, and we like it too because it helps promote this video to other people so they can see it, and just helps promote our channel, which is family-friendly content, and there's, in my opinion, just not enough of that in the world, and that's why we do what we do. So here we go. I'm a little nervous. It's been a while since I've flown anything like this. You know, there's no safe on board or anything like that, so it's just a good old dumb tactic receiver and a good old dumb tactic radio. Let's see how we do. Oh geez, that's awesome. Wow, you would think I had safe. That's really nice. That's probably the least amount of trimming I've ever had to do on a takeoff of like almost anything, and I'm just cruising at maybe 40% throttle or so just to get a feel for this. I think I do need a little up trim. You don't want your airplane to be trimmed down, that's for sure. That feels pretty good. Let's climb. Oh, Abby, this is nice. Okay, this is really surprising me. I thought I'd have a little bit more aileron authority. I thought I'd roll a little faster with the amount of control surface that's on the airplane, but I can always probably up those rates if I really wanted that to be faster. This is really nice, Abby. Listen to it as we go by. Not full throttle, just kind of a cruising pass. I want to show you guys hands-free. It is flying so straight and narrow. I mean, this is very cool. That was full throttle. Let's snap this.
Sorry about that.
You ready? There we go. That was fun. So this is just a really nice, sporty airplane. If I had to say it flies like something else, maybe it flies like my Zazzy did, but possibly better. But the Zazzy, you know, is a very different kind of an airplane, and I think it was 4S too. Boy, I'd like to fly this on 4S, but even as 3S, it is really capable The foam that this is made out of was an extremely dense foam, you guys. It had a very, very rigid feel to it. Let's see if we can do a hammerhead. Oh, there we go. A little bit of a powered one, but we got it. There is something to be said about this airplane. I'm actually blown away that you can get this. Even at $200 and I think it's like $23, I'm gonna call it the old prices. We're gonna say like before 3 months ago. I'd say that's still a really good deal. But now with all these new crazy increase of prices, this is really, really impressive for this price. Oh my goodness. Look at that knife edge too, Abby. Did you guys watch my 3-minute knife edge challenge? It pushed me to get really good at knife edging, or at least better. I won't say I'm really good. I'm just much better than I used to be. See if we can hold it in a nice vertical knife edge for a couple laps, just because I want to. That wing wants to roll back over a little bit, you guys. I don't know if you can tell, I'm having to fight it just a hair. It wants to level out, which is kind of a good thing. And I think it's because the landing gear, just a little bit on the heavy side, that probably drops it down to want to help it auto level. I don't know though, it really, I mean, that's hands-free like I said. I'll bet we can do some inverted flying really well on this. I actually could use a touch of left rudder. Just a couple clicks. All right, let's go inverted and see how it holds. And I have to give maybe 5% down elevator to keep that inverted. Oh man. What a maiden, guys. What a maiden on an airplane that is very cheap right now. I guarantee once they see some traffic picking up on this, that price is gonna go up or it is gonna sell out. I mean, this makes me want to pick up a second one of these just because of how capable it is. You want to learn some stuff with an airplane, you could do it for pretty budget and not have to break the bank. Now, if you want your smart technology and safe technology and all that, you can pack one of those receivers into here. I just chose not to because I thought it'd be a bit of a 3D flyer, but I think 3D is a little bold. I could probably safely say this is a very sporty flyer. But almost like, look, it's like sporty but slow if I want it to be. Let's climb out of that. An outside loop. Ah, rolled over the wrong way. Wow, I cannot believe how good this is. And I'm doing all this not at full throttle. There's full throttle, so.
Oh, you're close to the ground.
Yeah, I just feel really good about this airplane. It's very, very predictable. Very predictable. As I say that, it's going to just
That's super fast, wow.
We're having a really good time with this.
I bet if you can put 4S in this.
Oh, look at that, this is with rudder.
It'll wake up like crazy.
Nice. That was nice. Let's do a nice barrel roll here. That was good. Let's go left. Not as good, but we'll try it again out here. Not too bad. Yeah, I'd like to, I'm gonna do some research and see if I can put a 4S in here. I mean, it's a 40 amp ESC. Theoretically, that could handle it, but I also don't want to hurt the motor. So I feel really good about this airplane, Abby. You know, a lot of times these China planes, we will keep it for a few flights and inevitably something has to go, right? We have so many airplanes, we're constantly having to keep them on the move. In other words, we can only keep our favorites. This one is shooting to the top of one of my favorite things to fly, and on a budget battery too. I'm just using a good old...
Thought you were about to smack the hill for a second.
Old budget battery on this airplane, and it is just, look at this vertical climb on this, on a 3S battery. When's the last time you guys have ever seen anything like that? That is so nice. There's full throttle again. Really nice airplane. Wow, this has got to be one of the like most unknown airplanes.
Now you're at 6 minutes, I think.
Well, I'll tell you what, let's land it. That's a pretty good flight. I mean, I don't have all that smart.
Yeah, I don't know how long your battery's gonna last. So you kind of have to.
Battery.
Yeah.
Now there's no flaps on this, you guys. So we're just gonna see how slow she'll fly, how she lands. I mean, this could be a deciding factor for some people. If it doesn't land very well, you know, you might not want to get it. But little bounce because I came in with some speed. But there's a lot of clearance on there if you wanted to land in grass. Now our grass up here is pretty tall, but To me, when I look at those landing gear, they look like they're swooping forward too much. They look just a little bit on the ugly side, in my opinion, but in the instructions it does say to make sure they're swooping forward, and they have so much kind of angle to them. You can imagine if you put that
wonky
in the back, then it would just nose over.
It looks like they're backwards.
It does, but that's where they're supposed to go. They just look like they're swooping forward too much.
That looks a little goofy.
It is funny, I know, but it's flying really good.
It is.
Okay, so I want to prove to you guys something here. Check this out, I still have power, okay? And this is my tactic radio. There's no AS3X, you hear? Nothing moving around. Those servos are just under my control, that's it. So I feel like that flew silky smooth considering I have no assisted flying at all. That is extremely awesome. I mean, very, very awesome. I'm not gonna say this is like the best plane that exists, but it is really good. And for the price, wow, I'm just blown away. It's a pretty rare moment to have a plane like this in my hands at that price point and be able to tell you guys about it. So hopefully those of you that are confident enough to fly something like this, maybe as your second or third plane, don't run out and make this your first airplane, because you know, you still need a radio and stuff. Although we'll link ours in the description box below what we're using. So if you want to fly on exactly what I was flying on, you can. But if you have a single airplane to your arsenal, you need this. That's the best way to put it. If you own an airplane and you enjoy flying, you need this airplane, because at that price, that is mind-blowing. And probably by the time we all wake up tomorrow, this will be sold out. So that is just crazy. Now do me a favor, when you guys get yours, those of you that order it, please let me know your experience, your thoughts in the comments below, so we can tell all the people that don't have the notification bell turned on what they missed out on, right? Now, if you did miss out on a good deal of an RC, don't worry. We have free RCs that are given away every single month on our website, and actually, we have a winner for the first RC. Congratulations to Chris B from Mobile, Alabama? Was that right?
Yes.
There's a lot of Chris B's that actually signed up for that.
Mobile, Alabama.
That's right. You'll get a free RC to your doorstep, hopefully in about a week or so.
UMX Night Vapor.
Yeah, and guys, we're going to be giving away another RC. We'll announce that in a video upcoming on the channel really, really soon, but we're excited to do it. All the info for that giveaway will be linked in the description box below. Now, to those of you that might be thinking about picking one of these up, you probably want to pair it with AMA. That's the Academy of Model Aeronautics insurance. You need to have that insurance in your pocket while you're flying, and I just strongly encourage it, especially while you're doing maiden flights. I do a lot of maidens, guys. Maidens are probably the scariest part about flying RC. And if I'm gonna get out and maiden an airplane, I'm not gonna do it without the Academy of Model Aeronautics in my pocket. So check them out, get some awesome magazines, join the really good community over on Facebook where we talk about things and let other people talk about things, ask questions, and get them answered all the time. So if you're an AMA member, they have a nice Facebook group. If we remember, we'll link it in the description box below. There's a lot of good conversations that happen there, unlike most of the social media world. So I like that page quite a bit. I'm just blown away. If you guys are watching this video, you've got the funds in your pocket, or close to them at least, and you didn't pull the trigger on this, I would at least like to know what's wrong with you in the comments. Go ahead, spill the beans, tell us, because there's obviously an issue. This is really good. I mean, Abby, I'm serious. They make a blue one too. Now, I don't have the blue ones in stock, but...
I couldn't find a picture of the blue one, but it was
on the
an
box.
Option to click blue.
It was on the box.
So it is in stock then. There's just no pictures.
I think it's just where the red is on this, it's blue. And man, this is really nice. The only complaint, again, is that battery tray on the bottom, but it's extremely secure when it's flying. Two sides snap in, and this little swivel holds it in place. So it's not going anywhere, and there's a battery strap in there. It's just a little bit harder to open it than some, but other than that, I am just excited to fly this again. Thanks to the big guy upstairs for allowing us to get in front of the camera and do what we do, and a massive thanks to all of our Patreon supporters for keeping us going. Finding deals like this, get in front of the camera, let you guys know our honest opinions of them, and then passing those savings and that information on to you. So massive thanks to our Patreon supporters. If you enjoyed this flight, we'll have another awesome plane video popping up right about now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you there.
Bye.